Yo, let's talk about the US military. They're everywhere, man. Bases all over the globe, troops deployed in dozens of countries. From Asia to Europe, they're a constant presence. Why? Because America's got interests to protect, yo. Oil, trade routes, democracy, you name it, they're on it. It's a big responsibility, keeping the world safe for freedom fries and blockbuster movies. But somebody's gotta do it, right? Now I know what you're thinking. Hassan, isn't that a little, imperialistic? And yeah, it's complicated. America's got a bit of a reputation, right? But love 'em or hate 'em, you gotta admit, the US military is a force to be reckoned with. They've got the firepower, the technology, the sheer manpower to back it all up. So buckle up, folks, because we're about to dive deep into the world of America's armed forces. Let's talk tech, baby. The US military doesn't mess around when it comes to innovation. Drones, stealth bombers, cyber warfare, they're always pushing the boundaries of what's possible. They've got more gadgets than a Bond villain, and they know how to use them. This ain't your grandpa's army, folks. We're talking cutting-edge technology that gives the US a serious edge on the battlefield. From precision-guided munitions to advanced surveillance systems, they're always one step ahead. And let's not forget about the research and development. The US government pours billions into military R&D every year, ensuring that their troops have the best toys money can buy. Hold on to your hats, because the numbers are about to get real. The US military is massive. We're talking over 1.3 million active duty personnel, with another 800,000 in reserve. That's more people than some countries have, period. And their budget? Don't even get me started. We're talking hundreds of billions of dollars every year, more than the next 10 countries combined. And what do they get for all that cash? Well, how about over 13,000 aircraft, 6,000 tanks, and 40+ aircraft carriers? Yeah, you heard that right. The US has more aircraft carriers than the rest of the world combined. It's a floating display of power, and it sends a clear message: don't mess with America. Section 4. A well-oiled machine. Organization and strategic capabilities. Now, you don't just throw a bunch of soldiers and weapons together and call it a military. It takes organization, strategy, and a whole lot of coordination. The US military is divided into branches: Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Coast Guard, each with their own specialties and areas of expertise. They train together. They fight together. They're like a well-oiled machine. A very expensive, very deadly, well-oiled machine. But it's not just about brute force. The US military is also known for its strategic thinking. They've got think tanks, war colleges, and some of the brightest minds in the world working on military strategy. They play chess while others play checkers. They're always thinking 10 steps ahead, planning for every contingency. And that, my friends, is what makes them so formidable. Section 5. Guardians of Freedom, Historical Context and Military Achievements. America's military history is long and complicated. From the Revolutionary War to the War on Terror, they've seen it all. They've liberated countries, toppled dictators, and intervened in countless conflicts. Now, not all of these interventions have been successful, and there's definitely been some questionable decisions along the way. But there's no denying that the US military has played a pivotal role in shaping the world we live in today. They helped defeat Nazi Germany in World War II. They stared down the Soviet Union during the Cold War, and they've been on the front lines of the fight against terrorism. Love 'em or hate 'em, you can't deny their impact on global history. Section 6. Conclusion. The US military, a force for global stability. So, what's the takeaway here? The US military is a complex and powerful force. They've got the technology, the manpower, and the strategic thinking to project power anywhere in the world. But with great power comes great responsibility, right? The question is, how will America use this power in the 21st century? Will they be a force for good, promoting peace and stability? Or will they continue to get bogged down in endless wars? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, the US military isn't going anywhere anytime soon. They'll be there, watching, waiting, ready to defend America's interests, whatever those may be. And that, my friends, is something to think about.